there you go.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. It's our Thursday night demo, and first let's check. Oh,
Well-
hang on. Hi everyone, Sarah here.
All right.
We have sound, and we hope. Hang on, Mom's getting it turned off.
Okay.
Okay, so we know we have sound. I can see myself, so we know we have video. So Thursday night, this is before the 4th of July, so it's a nice long weekend, hopefully for everyone. 4th of July is on Monday, so hopefully everybody has a safe and fun holiday weekend. I will be getting out the recap email sometime this weekend. Just a hint, you might want to read the email because I am going to have a coupon code in there for just a couple day 4th of July special thing. So anyways, that will be coming out hopefully in the next, well, Saturday for sure. Tomorrow's the 1st, so we'll get it out on Saturday. Anyways, so tonight we are doing just a fun little shaker shutter card. So I don't think I've done shutter cards yet. So let's go down to the table.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, I'm down at the table, but I forgot to talk about July 9th, which I usually tell you what I have coming up. But July 9th, we have our beach craft along. So we still do have kits left for that. So these two cards we'll be making, learning how to use the die to cut an overlay and also how to cut the card. In the kit, they'll come pre-cut. Or at least the cards will, the overlay won't. But so we still do have kits available. You can order them with or without the die. That's July 9th. I will see you though next Thursday before that. So tonight though, we have our shutter cards that are pre-scored. We're using our Scallop Circle Frame die set and then the Scallop Circle layering die set. Now, if you bought
Question.
question.
No YouTube tonight?
Nope, there should be YouTube.
Somebody asked that.
Yeah, hang on. I'm just going to leave this sitting here. I just want to see if it says that it's streaming on YouTube. There's supposed to be YouTube tonight. Actually, it says that it's streaming on YouTube, and it says like 4 people are watching on YouTube.
Okay.
So, never mind, she found it.
Never mind.
Okay, so yeah, we're streaming here, and we stream on our class page, on our Facebook page, and on YouTube, because we know that some people are not on Facebook. And actually, I think some people say that they get a better connection and that they don't get interruptions like you do sometimes on Facebook, on YouTube. So, and it's easier to go back and find them there too. Anyways, so if you bought, and I don't have the sample in here, but if you bought the Scallop Circle Tree, like almost done card kit, it uses exactly what we're doing tonight. So you can use this as a reference on how to put that shaker unit together. So let's start with that. We'll get to the shutter cards in a minute. Let's start with our shaker assembly. So let's put these aside. I did pre-die cut a few things. So I used the frame die to cut this out. I did have a circle, but I'm not going to use that. Or I could use it, I'm not sure. And then I used this die to cut out a piece of acetate and also to cut out another circle. This will fit behind the scallop one, so you can use it for the shaker. I am going to color this one just a little bit of pink around there, and you could use any color, but I'm using pink. The stamps tonight are from Rubbernecker. Actually, I'm using some of their little cube inks also. So my I'm on white, but it'll be colored soon enough. So I'm just gonna add some color around here. Now you're not gonna see all the way out towards the edges because that's gonna get covered up with the Scallop Circle Frame. I was maybe a little bit dark right there. That's okay. That's okay. If it was perfect, what do we say? It would be Hallmark. And we're not Hallmark. So anyways, so we have this piece, we have our scallop circle, and we have our acetate. Now I'm going to attach the acetate onto one side of our scallop frame. Now I could use, I'm just going to go for it. I like my tape gun. Probably a little roller would be easier, but I am very partial to my ATG. And because I've used it for so many years, I'm pretty good at it. Some people aren't friends with the ATG, but I am. So now we're just going to take our acetate. So the acetate, I believe, is a 2.5 inch circle. Yep, it's 2.5 inches. So this is going to be the front of our shaker card. Now, sometimes when I'm putting my foam tape on, I'll put it on the outside of what I'm attaching it to. This one, I know that this guy lines up in there pretty centered, so I am going to put my foam tape right on top of here. So for my foam tape, I did have some out here earlier. Hang on, I'll find it. I had some little strips. And it was perfect. Because actually somebody sent me some foam tape sheets. June Lukowski, who normally watches on YouTube, sent me some foam tape sheets when I was going through my whole foam tape thing, and she sent those to me. Oh, here they are. Oh, there they are. She sent me some foam tape sheets, and these were perfect. Actually, I had a different one that I was using earlier today, but because they are cut already fairly narrow, so that's what I'm using for my foam tape today. It is a little bit tougher when you are doing foam tape around a circle, because with your shutter card, you need it, or with your shaker unit, you need it so your foam tape is touching all the way around. So it's, it would have been easier if I did this as a square. Yep. But that's okay. He looks really cute in a circle, or she does. So yeah, I just have to make sure my foam tape is connecting all the way around. And hey Mom, can you do me a favor?
Yeah. Hey, hold.
I put, yeah you can, out on my little counter out there where I take my pictures, is my shaker stuff, my whole big bottle of silver sequins.
All right.
I have a, what? Should be right here on this thing right there. Unless I brought it, forget it. Here it is. I sent her on a wild goose chase.
Okay. I thought I was losing my
Yeah,
mind.
she thought she was losing her mind. But she's not, I am.
I love it.
So, anyways, but yeah, I have this whole big bottle of little sequiny things, and it was like staring at me, and I'm like, I'm gonna make a shaker card today. Just sometimes hits me. But yeah, you want to make sure that your foam tape is connected all the way around, because then your stuff won't go flying out. And I'm just randomly cutting my foam tape. I'm not cutting it to any specific length, just trying to make it fit as best I can. Ooh, that one I almost cut a little bit too shy. Okay, so now I do like to take my backing off. The one thing that's important is after you take your backing off, you don't want to stick your fingers on it, because if your fingers stick there while your sequins are in, it's going to fly all over. That's another reason why I take my backing off first, because if I put my sequins in and I'm taking my backing off, sometimes if your fingers get stuck, your sequins or your shaky stuff flies all over. So it's very important to not have all of your shaker material fly all over your work surface. And depending on what you are using for your shaker material, sometimes I will double stack.
Sarah, can you use your dies to cut out foam tape sheets?
Oh, you know what? I don't think so. I think if I had the deep edge dies, then you could. I don't think that I don't think the thin metal dies will cut out your foam tape sheets. I've never tried it though, but that is a very good question. And I actually do have a solid foam tape sheet here, so I might try that. Let's get this done though first.
Is it going to get your dye all gunky?
Well, this sheet that I have has backing on both sides, and I don't know. I'm going to try it. I don't think it'll work. I don't think it's, I think the foam tape is a little bit too thick. Now, there is, close to my heart, I think has some shaped ones, which would be nice. So now sometimes I will take a little spoon and I will pull it out and set it on. I don't have a spoon handy here, so I am just gonna do the little dump. Oh, I do. Hang on. I have a spoon. But sometimes if you dump too much. Oh, my spoon does not fit in my container, but that's okay. I'm just going to dump a little bit onto my spoon.
We need a baby spoon.
Yeah, we need a baby spoon, which I do have baby spoons. But then instead of dropping it from up here, I will put it really close and I'll just kind of set it on. And you don't want too much. Probably about, oh, I don't know, half a teaspoon. And it also depends on your image. If this image was a lot lower, so there is some room here that she can be sitting on the shaker stuff. So maybe I'll put a little bit more in. But yeah, baby spoon. I'll get a baby spoon. And I'll have it here just specifically to do shaker cards.
So Everett will be missing a baby spoon.
So yeah, the grandbaby will be missing a spoon. Sometimes I will just, see that, my finger almost stuck, but I will just kind of shake it so it's flat. And now I'm just going to line, because my acetate is that same size, and I know it fits right in here, I'm just going to line that right up. And I'm going to give it a little push all the way around. Now if I happen to have words on the outside, I do want to be, know where my words are. But there's my little shaker unit. So if you're doing the tree one, you're kind of building the shaker unit exactly the same way. So, okay, so we have that. In that die set, you also get this smaller one, smaller frame die also.
Oh, he's so cute and sparkly.
So, yeah, very sparkly. So our shutter card. Now the shutter cards come pre-scored. This is a fairly easy score. The one thing is sometimes it's hard to get them close in the middle with measuring. But these are the measurements. We do sell them in a pack of 10 cards pre-scored with 10 envelopes. I believe they're $5.50 for the package. So you get your envelopes and your cards, or you can get 25 cards. But the sizes are 5.5 by 8.5, and then your 2 scores. The first score is at 2 1/8. The second score is at 6 3/4. So your panels are basically your regular A2 panel, your 4 1/4, and then half of that, which is 2 1/8. It folds and it meets in the middle. And with the bump is always on the inside. Okay, so that's our shutter card. Some people call them a gatefold card. Same thing. Shutter card, gatefold card. So let's go on. And I have one right here. Now, if you're doing stamping on the front of it, we're going to do some brush blending on the front of it. But if you're doing stamping on the front of it, this is your hint. Because it's hard to keep it closed. You're using your hands to keep it closed while you're doing your stamping. Your hint is to, and I could open it up and do my brush blending just on half and then on the other half, but I'll just do it this way. We'll pretend that I'm stamping. I like to take a Post-it note, 2 of them, on the top and the bottom, and that holds your panels shut. So now it's easy to stamp it, especially if you're using a big background stamp. It's already shut, okay? And I'll just do that with my brush blending too. So I'm going to use 2 Post-it notes and mask off which I would be masking off anyways. Either side. I am going to do gray. I'm doing gray on one side and I'm doing pink on the other. So let's see, I can't remember which gray I used. Maybe that one. I know I did it darker on the bottom than on the top. So I'm just doing some brush blending. And I'm kind of just getting like an ombre type effect, so it's darker on one end than the other. Oops, except for when I start like that. Now, the gray that I die cut this thing out of is our basis gray, which is discontinued. We are replacing it, and the new gray, at least for now, the current replacement as it's available, is called Urban Gray, but I don't quite have that on my website yet. But yeah, the basis gray is discontinued, so if it's gone, a new gray will be coming, a new kind of darker charcoaly gray. Okay, then I'm going to do my other side. I'm going to do that one in pink. And you could do any color. I kind of like the pink and gray together. Oops. Okay. That Post-it note isn't sticking. Might have to get another one out. Yep. Okay. Post-it notes don't last forever. They're good to mask, but you have to replace them. Especially because the ink might still be a little bit wet, and maybe that's it. So again, I'm going to do it darker at the bottom than on the top. I usually start off because you get a little blobby blob. You can certainly cut panels for the front of the card, but I kind of wanted to show you how you could stamp on the front of the card and keep it all together. And especially because I have a stamp that I am going to like stamp actually across the score. Okay, so I have my two different panels. And then for some birthday stamps, I have a happy birthday wishes and a love kisses, what does it say? Hugs and kisses and hugs and kisses and hugs and kisses, happy birthday wishes. So we're just going to stamp that just kind of randomly. I am going to end up putting my little shaker job off to the side a little bit so the gray is more on the pink. So just keeping that in mind. And this is just a background, so you're not going to see the exact whole thing. And I also do have strips that I'm going to put across the middle. I'll just stamp a few of these at one time. Now just be careful if you get ink on your clear stamp, because you don't want to get that on your project, especially if you stamp, if you're a heavy stamper. So just kind of watch that if you're getting ink inside there, that you're cleaning it off as you go. Then I have a little cake, and the little cake, see, it makes it very easy to stamp it across the two panels. Oops, I've got too many cakes going that direction. There we go. And, okay, so we've got that. Now, I don't want my messy fingers to smudge anything, so let's just open this guy up. Take our little Post-it notes out. Now I could add some color to the inside that kind of matches the outside, but I'm just going to go to the outside and I cut a little. Of course I had to use a little bit of sparkly, but this is our new holographic. So this is the Silver Stardust, which kind of matches the little sequiny things. So we're going to attach that. Now, you can put it just on half, so when you open it, it's kind of loose, or you can trim it and attach it to each side. If you're putting it just on half and it's going to be loose, then you want to make sure to only put tape on half of it. So I'm going to trim it first. And I like to just line it up with one edge and then take my scissors, oops, and then just trim it off. Okay, and then we can take our other one and we can trim that off also. Okay, then I can put adhesive on both sides. Now this die that I'm using is our word layering die set that I like to use on our step cards. And I'm going to stick it right in the middle. And you're kind of not going to see that beginning part anyways, because this is all going to be covered up right here. Okay, now this little guy I am going to pop up with foam tape, and I am going to put offset it so it's mostly on the pink, because I did die cut out another piece from that die set that's just going to stick on the other side. So we're going to put foam tape just on half, because of course I want to pop it up. And I have some pre-cut foam tape. But yes, just make sure that you're sticking it just on half. Because if you stick it on the whole thing, then you will stick your card shut, and that wouldn't be fun. I'm going to stick him over just a little bit further so I have a little bit more room for my birthday balloons. And I'm going to pop these guys up too, except, let's see, this I can stick tape on the whole thing because it's just sticking on one side. Alrighty, so we're getting there. And I've also got some gems for going around my scallop circle. There are some little pinholes here that you can poke out. So you can poke out those holes. Otherwise, I don't poke them out. I just like to cover them up and like to put a little gem right there. So this one's definitely going to be a sparkly card.
Hey, a little glam.
A little glam. Yep. My mom is getting some lights in her house right now, or her new, after her renovation, and she's got it. We saw the little bit of glam that she has on her light fixtures. So when we do this year, if you all would like to see the pepperoni bread recipe again, we'll do that. We'll do our what did we call it last year? Our bake-along?
Yeah.
We'll do that closer to Christmas, and then you can see the whole reno of her house.
Hopefully it's done by then.
No, it will be.
It will be.
It will be. So, but yeah, it looks super nice.
Nice bling. That's right, Deb. That is nice bling, isn't it?
So yeah, this is a fun blingy card. We can on the inside do some brush blending, and I do have, some of the other guys that we could incorporate in there. So I might do that after the fact, and I'll have to show you a picture of the inside of the card. So anyways, yes, we have our shutter card using our scallop frame. And if you got the Christmas card, the tree card, you're going to make that exactly the same way that I made this one, or at least the little assembly. So thank you for joining me tonight, and we will see you next Thursday. Everybody have a safe and fun and family-filled holiday weekend. Bye, guys.